administration. Let's get back to Congresswoman Jackie Speier. So, Congresswoman, how likely is it that the White House will be able to push through health care repeal and replace Obamacare legislation next week?
Put your money on it. Zero possibility. The truth is that even if the Freedom Caucus has shown some proclivity to be supportive, it's only about 20 members. They cannot lose more than 21 members in order to pass whatever it is they've put together. They've already heard from the moderates that it's a non-starter, and many of the Freedom Caucus members are not supportive. So it is not cooked. I think what they have been pursuing is really unworkable, and I don't see a repeal of the Affordable Care Act happening at all, and certainly not next week.
I assume you'll vote to keep the government operational, but what if the legislation the president wants includes $1 billion+ for that new border wall with Mexico? Is that a killer as far as you're concerned?
The only way that the government won't be shut down is if we have a clean CR. And I think the president will come to that realization in short order. A clean CR will get the votes necessary. A CR with a lot of bells and whistles certainly will not.
CR being a continuing resolution, but that simply kicks the can down the road, right?
And that's correct. And that's really the only thing that is possible in the near term. Now, we could also have a continuing resolution for a couple of weeks and then possibly have another vote. But in the end, I don't think we're going to get anything but a continuing resolution.
All right. On a different issue, the president told the Associated Press that yesterday's ISIS attack in Paris will probably help the far-right French presidential candidate Marine Le Pen in Sunday's election because, in his words, she's strongest on borders and she's the strongest on what's going on in France. From your perspective, are those comments from the president appropriate?
I don't think they're appropriate, and I also think that he is really feeding into the Putin playbook once again, because that's precisely what Vladimir Putin wants. He's given Marine Le Pen over $12 million in a loan. She visited him in Moscow very recently. It will absolutely be the undoing of the European Union if she is elected, and potentially NATO. It creates an opportunity for Vladimir Putin to move forward with imperialistic actions in Europe, and that would put us in a ground war, conceivably. And it's very alarming that the president would weigh in like that, and I hope he regrets it and keeps his Twitter account shut down when he's dealing with international elections.
Congresswoman Jackie Speier of California, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.